Hello, welcome back to the basement. I received just the other day another Paul Reed Smith copy. This is the second one that I've purchased. It's a beautiful finish. I haven't done an unboxing video for this one. This has been removed from the box. It has been set up. I had to level the frets. Some of the frets were very high. With the frets leveled, it plays very nice. So I thought I'd show it to you guys. First of all, if you want to take a look, the finish on this is very, very, very nice. Very shiny. Hardware is very nice. It's better than the pictures. Interestingly enough, the ad for this guitar, it's a fake PRS logo. The ad for this guitar actually had pictures of an actual PRS, which obviously they did not ship. But the seller did contact me right after I placed the order, showed me pictures of what their actual guitar looked like, which looked like this, except that it didn't look nearly as good. The photos were actually crappy. I don't know why you would send someone you want to sell a product to crappy photos, but it actually looks much better in person than it did in the photos that they sent me. This one I did pick up with this case, which I believe was $30 more. It is not the most quality case in the world, and of course somebody spray painted PRS on it to make it look like a PRS case. But it's for $30. It's decent. I'm glad I bought it. It's sturdy. It's well lined. It's generic enough that it'll probably fit many of my other guitars. So it's good enough. Again, this PRS copy, like the last one that I purchased, is 25.5-inch scale, not the more standard 25-inch scale that most PRSs have. So it feels a little bit more like an Ibanez RG or a Strat on the neck. The neck is fairly thin. I don't know how well you can see. Again, it's definitely thinner than my PRS P22, and it's a lot thinner than my SE that I have, which both have wider necks. I'm not down on all the PRS neck width lingo, but I think pattern, I don't know what pattern it is. So the hardware is good. The last copy I got had a tuner with some dead spots. These all work fine. The fretboard is very nice. No fret sprout on the end. Very glossy. The back of the neck and the side of the neck are very similar to my core PRS. Very, very good quality, and I'm actually very, very impressed with that. I recently ordered a $200 Ibanez, just a cheap thing. I got it for $30 off of a big name website because I had some reward points. I thought for $30, it got good reviews. There was so much fret sprout on that Ibanez, I couldn't even play it until I sanded it down. It was just jagged. It would cut me up. This is beautifully done on the side, better than just about any guitar that I've owned. It really surprises me with these copies, some of the things that they don't do and then some of the things they do. Because like I said, the frets, I think here there was one towards the middle and two up pretty high that were very high, very, very high. I had to level the fretboard to get the action down. The action was way too high. If you tried to lower it, it would bottom out on those frets and create terrible buzzing. So once I got that done, crowned the frets and polished them, put some oil on the fretboard, everything else is pretty solid. There's a little bit of like staticiness when you turn the volume pot that I noticed. It's cheap electronics. It works fine. You just have that little which is mildly annoying. The volume knob doesn't seem to do that. But they're also very firm to turn. They do work fine. It's got a 3-way switch, so your tonal varieties are pretty much, again, like the last one that I had, like a classic Les Paul. One humbucker, both humbuckers, the other humbucker. Again, they're sort of like a PAF sounding generic pickup. There's no branding on them that I saw. They don't have adjustable poles. Again, this is a veneer top. It's not an actual maple top. It's a mahogany body. multi-piece veneer top with a very nice finish on it. I don't really care if it's a veneer top or if it's a flame maple top. At this price point, it looks nice. It looks really nice, and that really is all for the amount of money that I paid for this. What all I'd be concerned about. It does have a scarf join at the neck here. Again, at this price point, it doesn't really bother me. I don't see the neck breaking. The one thing I noticed on this is the headstock angle is much more similar to a Les Paul than it is to a PRS. If I measure this angle compared to one of my PRSs, it is not nearly as extreme. Again, not really something that bothers me, just I thought it was interesting when I saw it. And again, this one, I guess to save on cost, it does not have the carve out in the back here, which is more similar to a Les Paul. It's just a flat body in the back. But again, it's got that gorgeous finish on the back. It's really, they do a nice job finishing them. Sounds good. That's a great pickup. It's got a nice sound. It's got a really nice feel to it. The action's decent now that the high frets are fixed, and now that the frets are polished, bending's good. Neck pickup. Sparkle to it. These are brand new strings that I put on, so it is very bright at the moment as well. It holds its tune well. Put some distortion on. I like it. We consider replacing the pots maybe with something that's a little smoother, doesn't have that little static. I haven't tried any cleaner. Some pot cleaner might actually fix it up. I'm not sure, but you know, I'm sure they're cheap. I haven't taken the back off, but if it's anything like the last one that I had, it's a very basic as far as electronics go. I think it sounds fine. The cleans are very, very clear and sharp. distorted is fairly decent. I mean, for no-name cheap pickups, sounds like an electric guitar. The one thing I did notice that I like the carve on this top better than my SE. The SEs kind of almost have like a carve similar to the S2 Paul Reed Smiths, where it comes out flat and then just comes down in an even amount around the edges. This has a little bit more of an extreme carve towards the center. It's got the carve around the knobs, and it flows more to me. It seems more contoured, and it seems kind of like in between a core PRS and an SE as far as top carve goes. Anyway, that's it. Again, I mean, I would say this is another, for the price that you pay for these things, I really, it's decent craftsmanship. I know everyone bangs China for making things cheap, and there's definitely corners. It's not a $1,000 guitar. It's not an $800 guitar, but it's not a bad guitar. It's good. It's fun to play. It plays nice, plays well. It sounds good, and it seems like it would last. It's got a quality feel to it. I mean, if you wanted, you can buy it and you can just play it as is, and it's still a nice guitar. But if you bought this and just used the core bass, and you wanted to upgrade with nicer electronics and better pickups, more substantial bridge. This does have the smaller block in the back, which I know a lot of people will tell you that it's going to cut down on your sustain, or I don't think it's going to make a huge difference. You wanted to put locking tuners on it, you get a nice set of locking tuners from Guitar Fetish for 30 bucks. That's what I did on the one that I bought last time. I mean, if you might have to put a little work into it, like I had to resurface the frets. But overall, I mean, you can make a really, really nice playing and sounding guitar out of one of these things. Maybe $600-700 bucks. SE territory price-wise, yeah, it's a little bit of a different feel. It's got a nicer carve, like I said. I like it. Thanks for tuning in, and see you later.